I'm just outside the city of Townsville at the moment, just in the southern part, just over about 500 metres from the actual city itself. This is the home of the North Queensland Cowboys in the NRL. They're the representatives North Queensland up here. Over here you see North Queensland Stadium, which I'll have a look at in a minute. That's a 25,000 people stadium. They were formed, I think, back about 2003. They joined either New South Wales Rugby League or the ARL back in 2005, and were one of the Super League teams under Wood Murdoch. Took on Packer with the Super League. And this is a house Jonathan Thurston's built. And I'll explain a bit more about Jonathan Thurston's in a minute. This is the, I assume every player has played here. A few sponsors as well, by the looks of it. Ian Roberts, he was the first person to come out that said he was gay, played for Manly. We go up here, and they're all, obviously the bigger players get the bigger spots, and this is Jonathan Thurston, sorry. He was went to Canterbury Bulldogs originally. He was from this town, came back here, and he won four Daily M medals, which is the Brownlow medal equivalent, in his playing day, in front of Andrew Johns at 3, and Peter Sterling, Jared Hayne, and Cooper Cronk and Cameron Smith, amongst others, at 2. And this is a look at the North Queensland Stadium, known called Queensland Country Bank Stadium for sponsorship purposes. Outside Gate A here, you can see the statue there, Dr. Jonathan Thurston, apparently, Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander. Just looking back over the bridge into the city there, just looking back at the stadium there, Gate A. As I look through the gates there, as I said, 25,000 here. Looks like the city entrance there, got the big rock, don't know what that rock's called, in the middle of Townsville right there. That's probably a better view of the whole grandstands. Very similar to Abian Park in Melbourne in size and of design. And we go down what's called the Ross River down here. And in the shadow of the stadium down over here, you have maybe more AFL clubs should do this, their own training facility here with their own administration. Let's look at North Queensland Cowboys. 3 grand finals in its history, 1 premiership, and home to Jonathan Thurston, the most famous player. Bit puffed out now. This is the top of the lookout at Castle Hill. This is the rock. You've seen it on Amazing Race, Mum, where they have to abseil down here, I think. Rope climb. Looks like the athletics track down there. Trying to figure out where things are. Of course, you've got all the water there. Down there looks like the Strand, overlooking the water. You've got the docks on the right hand side there. That's kind of the city on the right, I believe. And let's look out to the southern part of Townsville, I believe. Not that my direction's any good. And I think the city is down here, but you can't actually see it. But it's a very, very hilly place. There's the rugby stadium through the trees there. So the city must be behind that. This is all the walks you can do up to this lookout here, Castle Hill Road. I've just been up that. That's a very windy, about 4 or 5k road. So it's a very good fitness walkout to go up and down here. I've seen a couple of people running up it. And that's one look down to the southern suburbs again with the mountains in the back. 2.9 kilometres winding descent from here apparently. And that's a look at the Castle Hill lookout, in Townsville. This is a street named called the Strand. That's the docks over there. The city's just behind there. This is like an eating, an esplanade sort of thing down here. We've got all eateries down here. Again, the water, not really swimming water. And so you've got these restaurants here towards down there. They don't have bikes here, they have scooters. Don't know how much they cost. That's the rock, Castle Hill rock up there, which you can see virtually everywhere in Townsville. All the way down the coast where you see those clouds over the mountains. Just looks like every movie you ever seen about the South Pacific. I assume that's the entrance to the harbour there. And that's the Strand in Townsville. You do enough of these restaurants in Townsville. There's not a lot of pubs here as well. I don't know what's going on there, but that's about the nightlife of Townsville. This is Airlie Beach. It's a very wet, windy Airlie Beach today. This is a look. It's quite a large couple of suburbs. I'm quite surprised how big it is. Much bigger than Lorne or Torquay or anything like that. There's the water there. It looks like quite a rich person's place as well. Got these apartments overlying into all these bars, outdoor bars, Queensland style. Going back there towards the main road, but it goes right around. There's about 3 or 4 other suburbs, Cannon Vale, something Harbour, Fleet Harbour or something like that. Quite a lot. Doesn't look like much of a beach there, even though it is raining. I don't know if it's the main beach or not. As we continue to walk down this street here. Yeah, similar to Lorne, it gets very hilly very quick, and a lot of places very hilly. And this is the main street here, it's kind of the main roundabout. Looking back towards the probably the main part of the main street. And you've got all these things there, like your McDonald's, just a number of these, as I said, these Queensland style bars, and all the various facilities and shops you see down there. And let's look at the Airlie Beach, much larger than I envisioned. Probably going back 10k to the main road with all the other suburbs tucked in behind that road down there. So it looks like it's a major beach resort for holiday destination for people. This is the lead-off place for the Whitsunday Islands. So you've got South Mole Island, you've got Whitsunday Island, Heron Island, you've got all those big islands you know about, Hamilton Island. They're just off the coast here, so I suppose it's a boat right away. I'm just south of Proserpine at the moment, and you can see the water there on the side of the road. This was flooded yesterday. This Water Bruce Highway, which I'm on now, was shut down into Mackay. Mackay and Proserpine were both shut off yesterday. You see both sides there, but it's open today. You can see how low-lying the road is. I don't know why they haven't raised the Bruce Highway just a little bit higher than what it is, but yeah, that's a look at the flooded area of Proserpine outside south of Proserpine. This is Archer Drive in Maramba. This is where Luke has his house. I think it's this one on the right hand side, number 15, but I'm not totally sure if it's 15 or 25. That's number 15 there. Back about 10 years ago, they had houses here up to around $1,400 per week because of the mining boom. You can't exactly drive to Mackay because it's over 2 hours every day. You have to live here if you work on the mines. So the houses here are still getting around $500 a week plus, and it's still selling for about $500,000 because it's even though there's 9,000 people. It's pretty. There's a couple of mines here, but pretty much a one mine town. One of the reasons the houses tanked in Gladstone when I bought up there and when you bought up there was they were getting $1,400 a week, $1,800 in Pilbara, and they thought that was unfair on the people renting, so they, instead of pouring a bucket of hot water, they poured a swimming pool of hot water over it, and all the house prices crashed. All the people who invested lost a lot of money. Because the mines, they earn a lot of money, so that's too much to charge $1,400 a week. And then BHP Billiton was out here as well, and then I think they shut the mine at one stage, nearly strangled the mine because of the union, and that's number 25. That could be Luke's house, I'm not sure. So it's Maramba, a normal street.